Hey. Hello, everyone. And welcome to another exciting episode of... They're all grinning at me. What the hell was that? Oh, yeah, I forgot. I'm working with the new crew. When we first started podcasting, everyone had a catchphrase. Hello, my name is Markiplier. Hello, Internet, said MacPad. Everybody had something. So I was like, hello, everyone. And some people loved it. The cast hated it. Patrons were on the fence about it. And I hadn't done it in a long time, so... I was talking to, can't remember who, cast member, somebody about it, and they dared me to see how long I could, hold it, and if anyone recognized it. I said, oh yeah, next time we play. So I'm all excited, I'm saying hello, and I'm looking up at the Zoom all of a sudden going, wait a minute, these guys do not remember me doing this, a brand new crew. But welcome back! We've been a little bit of a hiatus, due to, life gets in the way, but we are back, and we should be back every Monday night at 8 o'clock EST on Twitch, on Twitter, on my personal Facebook, and of course we will be uploading the audio portion for podcast only and uploading the video and audio for our YouTube channel at Rollmongers, the Rollmongers Podcast Network, within a day or two after airing this on a Monday. So, without further ado, we have a Kraga Silvertusk, played by Matt. He's an orc, and he can hear again, and he's so happy. Aren't you, Matt?
Yes, I'm very happy.
Oh, and he's got phantom power. Do you hear the difference in his voice? Maybe in post-edit.
Do you hear the difference in my voice?
Something about phantom power is it gives you something much more raw and credible, but then in post-edit, one can actually make it sound way better.
It gives you a peek into the fabric of reality.
It does, and it does sound better than, not as muddy as a straight USB mic. He's on the same microphone. I love how the QU2 Samsung and the ATR 2100 Audio Technica, which are the mics the cast uses, are upgradable. Mine is not. It's Phantom or nothing. Rocking the Audio Technica 2035. Anyway, guys, we don't have our monk around at the moment. We had introduced GM Rob Hammond doing an extended cameo. Who knows how long we're going to keep him around? We might just keep him around for the whole book. We might keep him around for the entire adventure path. You don't know. Lots good.
I'll hide in the background somewhere.
Maybe somewhere. Heckling. Actually, if we don't let him play, he'll just heckle us on Twitch. So, returning as the Red Folk Oracle, we have Samantha Curl. Oh, Cameo is almost up. I know work and life is going to get in your way soon, but we're going to try and squeeze as many episodes out of you as we can before we bid farewell once again to the lovely Bella Luna elf of many arrows. Not many hit, but many, many, many arrows.
I'll try and stick around as long as I can.
Long as you can. Better than some in this show. We got a comment. She's going to kill me, but I just thought it was so funny. We had a comment on YouTube saying, that angry lady, is she in every episode? So I commented for Rollmongers going, that is the COO of Dicewise Entertainment that we wrangled into doing a cameo. And she's happy to be here. She just really hates the dice roller and FG and gets fed up with some things easily. But she's gone now. You don't have to worry about a cranky elven courier coming back anytime soon. Hopefully, our gorilla monk, our oh, kitty cats, look at that. The ratings go up. We're rocking a gallery shot. We did the one speaker shot, but we're gonna do that only for combat. We've got brand new layovers. Well, I should say the old ones that are tweaked. Gamma Knight since 1996. I love Cheryl. Thank you. So do I. Because she's my wife. But always a pleasure to see those of you that join us live in the chat. And, if you can't join us live, don't feel bad. Because technically, after the post-edit where we pull the audio and I tweak it and put it back in video, the YouTube sound quality is actually better than the Twitch live stream. But then again, we don't get to say your name, Coop, and call you out for heckling us, Coop. We would like more of you besides Coop out there in the chat world. Audience of one. So, guys, we left you. And as our oracle, Mr. Ratfolk, decided to join the party, Bella Luna, before you guys can even escape the tent, in comes wandering a little black cat, a familiar black cat that has got away from his master, of course, or servant. With Nargrin, you're not really sure what that relationship is. Welcoming back to the show, Troy.
Hi, everyone. Good to be back.
So, Lucy gets away from you and goes darting into the tent, explaining that they're here, they're back. Goes running off, and gets you face front with the party.
Well, I definitely cock an eyebrow at the cat.
All right. Where are they all?
You don't recognize who's standing in front of you. There is a rat folk standing in front of you, trying to exit as you and the cat try to enter. I'm curious, how tall is a rat folk in this game?
I'm just over 4.5 feet tall. I'm actually short for a rattling. They're around 5 feet usually.
Okay, and how tall is a goblin in this game?
3 foot.
But you're still considered
I
medium.
tower over you. I smile. I'm like, no, I step out of your way. I cock an eye at the cat.
Okay.
Then step out of your way and offer you your way in. Nothing but polite.
Okay. Cat stops dead in front of the rat and just sits down, smiles, looks up at him, starts purring, wagging. But the tail gives him way like, yeah, I can take him. The bird was nothing. Let me have this guy. Come on. You wouldn't let me have the bird guy. Let me have this guy. Come on.
Now, where is our bird friend? Speaking of lunch, and I'm looking at the rat, kind of eyeing it down. I'm a little hungry.
Oh, I should, like I said, I'm dressed in pretty standard adventurer clothing. The odd thing is the great big shield on my back.
Big as in like large or as in like tower? Do you have tower shields in this?
No, but look, for my size, it'll go from the base of my head and my back to just behind my knees.
Oh, you're Ninja Turtle.
I can literally hide behind it if I have to.
That's awesome. You're Splinter. And you've got the shell. Half shell. Bella Luna. This is all very well and good, but no real introductions are being made between your former compatriot and your new compatriot.
Okay, well, I will step up and say hello to Nargrin and introduce him to...
Oracle. I was just going to go for Oracle for now.
No, your name was Bartimus Valentine.
Thank you. That's why I remembered it next. Thank you. I need that. You can call me Valentine.
Yes. So, Nargrin, this is our new companion, Bartimus Valentine. He joined us when you were away.
Is he better than me? Did you miss me?
Of course we missed
I missed you. I didn't even see you before.
I'm killing myself because
I cast detect lies.
technically,
I can't detect lies.
technically, Rob is a GM. Okay, Sam just handed you a bone, and you threw it away by admitting you forgot your own character's name.
I know.
Type it in Zoom chat. Change your name right now.
Yeah.
I did try
She
send
did.
his name.
Funny. Oh,
I was going through
God.
video on this side, but the problem was
I think that's.
I'll pay attention to the game now.
I think
Yeah,
that's
we
the
were
charm
trying to do
of
it stealthy through
like this
chat.
is like this is the charm of this particular show. Even though I DM several shows, I actually have the pleasure of different casts for pretty much every show, or at least we spin out one person and the fifth man or fourth and fifth people are someone different out of, well, we must have like 11 cast members that we're spinning around on several different shows by this point. And I got to tell you, no two shows that we air are anything alike, even if they have similar cast members. There's one that's hot energy, there's one that's low energy, there's one full of oopsies, might be this one. There's one we don't even care about. And, of course, if it's October, then 5 weeks of straight evil, the Foul Play podcast returns for more episodes where the characters get to play First Edition Hell's Vengeance and play evil characters. Check it out. So, guys, 1, little 2, little 3, little cast members. Kraga soon returns, looking for you guys, but without the dwarf. He left with a dwarf. He did not come back with a dwarf. Perhaps he sold the dwarf. Perhaps he traded the dwarf for his hearing. Only Kraga can tell you.
Where's the dwarf?
Well,
Did you leave somebody behind?
Hello. I'm glad you've all met Nargrin. I'm glad you're
where's-
back.
Where's my monkey friend?
Dwarf.
Oh, no. I asked him where he was going. He just looked at me, gave a nod, and kept going.
But
And
I kind of look at you, then I look at the goblin, and I scratch my head. I go, dwarf, no goblin. Then I just shake my head a little bit and mutter off to myself like I have been all along.
I was the dwarf. I polymorphed myself.
you sure missed a lot there, Nard.
It couldn't have been that important. You guys survived without me.
Were you down? Sorry, go ahead.
I almost completely lost my hearing forever, but we managed
Couldn't
to
have
get
been
it back.
Couldn't have been your speech.
Good one. Come on over here and I'll squash you, you little goblin shit.
Do I need to get another skeleton to hug you?
Huggable skeletons? Is that marketing for those things?
Oh, you know my weakness.
You do notice, for lack of dwarf, they seem to have picked up someone that's doing more than just a fellow shopper at the tent, just kind of loitering. There is a rat folk with a large shield, and he stands by Bellaluna the elf's side and inserts himself into the conversation. Whether he's muttering to you or to himself is still unclear, but it definitely looks like he's attached to her hip all of a sudden.
Well, the dwarf's gone. I liked him. But oh well, the cosmos has its way with things. Right? I kind of look at you, Bella. Like, the cosmos is
it
okay
does.
with this? Okay.
Yes, I met
Kind of look around and start talking to himself again.
He hasn't met the dwarf yet. He's magical. The oracle knows of the dwarf, but technically hasn't met him yet. No, I'm not kidding.
Exactly.
Exactly. He's
She keep telling me there was a dwarf, but I just
so with
I will actually wander away a few steps so I can scratch my head all by myself.
a party of 4 strong, bringing up the map of Otari, drawing your attention to where you are standing, the colorful tents down the bottom right. If you follow the winding path, it's not exactly a golden road, but if you follow the winding path up and around the river, past the log chute, to the left, to the west, and through the dark, dark forest, there is ruins on a swamp. There are ruins with a lighthouse built inland in a swamp. How strange. It is called the Gaunt Light. Many legends and superstitions abound. Many adventurers have picked over these ruins, and yet enough years go by, enough new monsters move in, you guys have found this place action-packed. Dare you return this day?
I would like to go back to the lighthouse. Lucy keeps saying we have to explore that place, so I want to follow Lucy and explore it. I didn't get a chance when I was alone.
Your mission kept you busy, right? Sorry, was that Belluna?
I was going to say I suggest we go back, but maybe stick to one level at a time. We were kind of all over the place last time.
You did.
What can I say? I'm a glutton for punishment.
You guys, when you were down to a council of 3, you guys did decide when you exited last time and you had a deaf orc that you would explore the upper ruins. And if you do so again, the chances of a certain monk, wandering in and actually finding you and gaining you aid, instead if you guys just run off to some random, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Then, yes. Possibly a good idea. Okay. So, let's pull up the battle board. No reason. Who are we missing?
Don't you worry, Valentine. You just stick behind Kraga here, and I'll keep you safe.
Keep you safe my own way as well. I can watch your back. To point to the shield. I think about jumping on your back for a second and giving you a living shield, but I think better of it last instant.
So, drawing your attention to the map. Kraga and the elf on point. And Nargrim and the rat folk oracle bringing up the rear. You have spent the entire trip explaining to the oracle what you have found. So he is familiar with these strange little misflit gremlins. He's familiar with the giant maggots and giant-sized horseflies the size of a pony that almost killed the monk, and the rubble, the instability of the roof. Not sure if you trust him with the secret entrance to the next level yet. the unusual bloodstain at the base of the Gauntlet Tower, and several, as you can see here from Fog of War, several areas still unexplored on the main level. Where would you guys like to start? You gonna break for lunch? Just throw down a blanket right here at the door?
I don't think we got in. We had to climb up ropes and stuff to get in here, didn't we? Is everything still left there, guys? Did we leave it behind?
Yes.
I don't know. I think you guys gathered the ropes up behind you so that you would have rope for the dungeon. It's a short swim, assuming there's no more monsters.
Have you guys been back here without me?
Yes.
That's not good.
Yeah, and we got in fine. We left everything so that we could get in again.
Did you find anything cool? Were there any monsters with arms or legs?
There was some really creepy ass
Gray guys that look like Gollum. Yeah.
Did you
Some
leave
weird
them
zombie trolls working the forge, and I gave one a good smash.
Every time he tells the story, the name of the beast gets more impressive. You notice that, Sam? Bigger fish every time he tells a story. That's what I'm hinting at.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you're chatting, okay, you guys have a destroyed drawbridge to cross. Unless you guys maybe want to try and skirt around. Now, the actual building, you notice, to the east does actually protrude out here onto this landmass. But there doesn't seem to be an easy way in. You possibly would have to use ropes to climb it, but then again, you could just use your ropes to swing across to the drawbridge again. So, how do you guys want to play this?
I want to go climb the building.
Yeah?
From the land out here, yeah.
Sure. So, zooming in.
I'm going to take off. Yo, you guys want to come climb this with me?
I'll follow you. Sure. Lucy, come on, let's go.
Okay.
I got a good feeling about this.
I have a bad feeling you're going to get injured again.
Wasn't that the tank's job?
What?
Think so?
What'd you
I'm pretty
say?
sure the universe is on your side now.
So, 1 little, 2 little, 3 little, again.
I'm going to get out my rope and grappling.
Give me an
hook.
athletics
Sure I have.
check to whip that sucker up there and land it.
You betcha.
Not difficult.
You've been waiting for that all
I love it when players roll dice.
night.
Badly. Poorly. 1! So,
Aha.
he goes,
Well,
he goes, whoop, up it goes, right? And sinks it, and then yanks, and the entire parapet, I mean a 10 by 10 block, comes crashing down. Can I have a reflex save from you, Kraga?
18.
You're fine. Whoa, yoink. And now you've made the top of the wall lower. Look at that. You're a genius. Next
See you guys? It was all part of my plan.
Yeah. But if anybody's up there, they know you're there now. Captain 1. Hee. I don't mean to pick on you, but, there's always that debate. How did they, like, an hour later, right? We use stealth now that we're on the roof. How did they know we were here? You kind of bust in the front door.
Pull down the whole wall.
Yeah. So, you pull down the whole wall. Okay.
Is it high enough we don't need ropes? Or low enough?
Oh
we
no,
don't
you
need ropes?
still need the rope. Like this, this is like a 20-foot high. You know what I mean? You pulled like a 10 wide, 5 tall parapet that sticks up even higher than that down on your head.
Yeah.
So we're still looking at like a 15-foot high.
All right. So I'll do another athletics check. There's a 19.
Okay, nice. So this time, right? He zhuk, ching, lands it. There you go.
Anybody else want to go first?
I'll go first.
My goblin buddy, get on over here.
I've been just so lazy lately. Athletics, Jeff?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right. Right over here. Come on.
Wait, you were collecting arms somewhere.
So,
16.
Can I have perception from the rest of you?
Not a problem.
11.
Just unburying my character here.
What'd you get there, Craiga?
12 plus 5, 17.
17. Okay. Nargren?
I got 16 on the first athletic check. Did you want me to do a
Oh, what?
perception as well?
No, because it's like the proverbial last skill. So you are focused on climbing, right? So
Climbing,
you're
yeah.
athleticing. They're just hanging back watching, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Nargrim, what is your actual athletics? What'd you get the first time?
My perception is 17, by the
16.
way.
Okay.
16 was my first roll.
Okay.
Athletics.
Okay. So 16. That is where we will set your initiatives, as it were. So, surprise! Nope. Guess what? I recently learned, much to my chagrin, because I actually used it against somebody in Age of Ashes. Sorry, Spiegler. There's no surprise round in second edition. Whoops. Anyway, you guys wander up. No one notices. You bring a wall crashing down from a parapet, right? Somebody might notice. And by the time you guys sink the second one and Nargrim's 10 feet off the ground, maybe something's wandering around. So you guys see, I'm just going to open up some of this room here. Okay. Now imagine this brown block that's kind of wedged in front of, oh, we got the wrong guy here. Nargrim, get up there, buddy. We got the wrong guy. Where's Nargrim? Where are you? There you are. There you go. Okay. So we'll just put you halfway up on the square to sort of say, he is climbing, right? Makes sense? But that block is gone. Anyway, there is, the proverbial tines of, wall missing, and the hook. And these two little blue-headed dudes come over, investigate the hole, see the thing, see the rope, and, start, cutting said rope.
Bella Luna, take a shot.
So we hear a crash, everyone looks. Someone barks orders, you go see, they come over and look, and as it just turns out with their incredible rolls of 17 and 20, because the actual machine here rolls for them, strangely enough, 1 and 2 appear at the wall and start, we're ready to receive orders. That's 1, 2, we move over, 3, they take a perception and, take everything in, right? And they start calling back in their language, reporting to somebody else that's in the room. And that's actually them, which would begin our initiative for you guys all the way down to Craiga. Craiga, foes appear. Your guy's halfway up the wall. What do you want to do?
Ooh, I'm already excited.
I'm already halfway. And they're appeared. So you said they're above me or they're below me?
They're above you.
They're above you.
They're above me.
You, yeah.
And I can see them pretty openly?
Yep. You're working up the wall, and you're you're focused on the rope and looking ahead of you and up in the foothold, and you hear up ahead, and you look straight up, and there's like a face looming right over
Blue
you.
head.
Yeah. I'm going to drop down.
Okay.
Whoa, guys. Bad guys. And I'm going to let go and drop.
Can I have an acrobatic check?
You can.
10 feet off the ground will get you 6 points of damage unless you can hit a certain DC.
Can I catch
I have also Unbreakable, so I'm able to fall, I think, a certain distance without getting hit. There's a certain feat I had. Unbreakable Goblin.
That's like a background.
Yeah, it is. Oh,
yeah,
he's not
thing.
going to take damage from that fall.
Yeah, I wasn't going to. I remember last time we had a 10-foot tall. I think it was 10 feet or lower. I take nothing. So I can roll just to see if I land on my back or not, but I don't think I take the damage.
Can you pull up Unbreakable for us?
Well, that's the one. Unbreakable here is not the right one I had. It's a different one that I had. It's something else. This is I'm able to bounce back. I gain 10 hit points from your ancestry, When you
That's
fall,
a trait,
reduce the fall
right?
damage. No, yeah, reduce the fall damage I take as if I'd fallen half the distance. There it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
As if you
When you fall, reduce the fall damage as though you'd fallen half the distance. So if I'm 10 feet up, I'll jump down 5 feet, and you don't take a damage from the 5
but
foot
it's
fall.
it's in the wording. That's the thing. It says
Okay.
it halves the damage from the fall, not half.
That says
the
you took the damage as if you fell half the height.
as if you fell half the height.
Yes.
Okay, that's
But you still take.
no,
Yeah,
he wouldn't.
yeah.
He wouldn't because if it halves the height,
Yeah.
he'll take
Yeah.
nothing. If it halves the damage
Yeah.
total, just because he's bouncy, then you know what I'm saying. Like it's in.
Plus,
It's,
So it takes
a
I take
goblin-
distance
a
if I
goblin
fell
is
half
small,
the height.
right?
So if it's only
what
a 5.
are you
yeah.
reading? What's it called?
Unbreakable. Yeah, it's unbreakable.
Okay.
I found it here. It's a skill. Unbreakable Goblin feature 2.
Okay.
When you fall, reduce the falling damage you take as though you had fallen half the distance.
Okay. Yes. No. You take no. If we're dealing with 5 feet, no, you're fine.
Okay.
However,
All right.
no damage. I will still take an acrobatics check that I asked for, so that you land on your feet and don't just end up
Will do.
prone.
We have a 17.
And he sticks the landing. That's nice. He actually he just throws himself off, you know, like those skyscraper Mission Impossible movies. Falls straight back, arms spread, and then tucks in and lands. You know, Lucy holds up,
Cool.
10-10.
Superhero
That's
landing.
Yep.
Superhero landing.
Getting background audio, guys. I'm coming through on somebody.
Do you go right down to the pose as well for the superhero pose and hit the ground?
Yeah.
Superhero landing, always.
The one knee down. Yeah. Nicely done. Sorry, it was Kraga's turn. Kraga. That's what Narg will do when we get through 3
Oh.
people. We got all.
Yeah.
we got all.
Yeah, I was wondering. I thought it was my turn.
No, it is. But he was asking about the perception thing, right? And I'm focused. I'm focused on the rope, and you're like, I let go, and then we got into a rules debate. So
Well, you said, what do you do? So I was like, oh, I'll just drop.
yeah, sorry, Kraga. He's about to drop. What do you, Kraga? Bueller.
Yeah, I'm
Talk while you debate. I don't think you can't hear me, dude.
I am looking through my things.
Okay.
and I don't know what.
You're deciding. You can hold your action. Otherwise, I'll spend them while you're like, going, what can Kraga do in this situation? Kraga strong, Kraga hesitating. Mr. Oracle, what do you want to do?
I gotta load my sling and fire.
Okay. Have at it.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
guy in the right?
I can see both of them, right?
Yeah, you want the guy in the right? Look at,
Yeah, I think I just chose him. There we go. Clicked on him.
I've got him. If you tell me, he's right on top of it.
Okay, you got it.
Yep.
That's the one. And here
I'll
we
pull
go.
out my javelin, I guess.
Okay. So you're debating.
19.
You debate, Kraga. You debate for a moment, spending an action. Decide javelin's the way to go, an action to pull it, and an action to throw. And I'm assuming you're going to hit the guy right in front of you. Yes?
Yeah.
So have at it.
Shall I roll the damage, GM?
Nope. Sorry, I was just...
Miss. 7.
So what we do is, like, I will suspend time, but so that while a player's deciding, that moment in time still holds, I'll go to the guy that's on deck
Yeah.
saying, what do you want to do?
The only reason I ask is because there's an effect of bludgeoning damage that we have to take into account for.
Okay. Come back to you.
Yep.
Sooner or later, Matt, we're going to get you that turn. I'm so excited to fight alongside you. So, Kraga throws his javelin, and with a
7.
you plus 4, 11, and miss. So, ting, he just kind of leans back, and, it sticks into the ceiling above him. And that's you, sir. The Oracle, by the time you realize you're short a javelin, ping with our bludgeoning effects. Let's discuss those now, Mr. Oracle. Hitting with a 19 with a sling, and what?
I believe. Oh, I didn't get the effect, sir. It doesn't happen every time. So
Okay.
status was heavy. So nope, no effect this time to explain it. I wind up take the good shot, but I didn't get the critical to get the bludgeoning damage.
Okay. So D6 -1 by the look of this.
Yep, for 5 points.
Oh, that's not bad.
From a rock, man. From
Yeah,
a tiny rock.
no,
That's impressive as shit.
Are you kidding me? Not only do you
The arm of a giant.
nail him on the forehead, okay, he falls straight down. And right on top of Nargwin.
Jump.
Right on top of Nargwin. It's Nargwin's go, and he's letting go, and it's like, well, you let go, Nargwin, this body's accelerating towards you. So not only do you stick the landing, right? and he's in the superhero pose at the bottom, going with all those rolls. The body lands right beside him, face flat. Like he was the one.
How much damage from the fall?
It's
How
a
much damage from the fall?
6 for 10 points.
Okay, I was just wondering what the height was.
Oh, well, they're 15 feet up, but you count them in 10,
Yeah.
so.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're 15 feet up. Yeah. He goes squish and does not seem to move. Nargwin, you just let go. Blah!
Finish him! Finish him!
Let go for free.
Yep.
You acrobatics as a move, and your superhero pose. You got 2 actions left. What do you want to do?
No, I'm gonna just take up my sickle and give him a whack.
Yep. Coup de grace.
And that's
Now, is coup de grace a full round action in this round, or is it just...
Yes, it is, but that should be it.
Okay.
It's a full round action.
Okay, so yeah, but that means that it's all 3 of his actions. So you start
Yeah.
a coup de grace, and it's going to chew up 2 of your actions next round, and then you'll have an action free to go. Okay, who's next, right? So he just starts.
But when you're done, he will be dead.
Yep.
Dead.
Yeah, he's unconscious. He's finishing him.
so. Do I have 2 attacks left or just 1? Because I drop down
this-
for 1 and then I pull out my sickle.
That's 2.
So do I need the third one for the?
So you start a coup de grace, which is 3 actions. 1 action
Okay.
ends this round. 2 are you're banking in your
Okay.
next. Because
All
some
right.
actions can carry over. So
I rolled a 10
Okay.
for my attack.
oh, coup de grace is like an automatic thing.
Oh,
If the guy
okay,
is
cool.
helpless, you just start sawing through bone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a finish him move.
Well, I'll be just working on the arm, chopping the arm off with my.
It just
with my
goes
sickle
right
there.
for the arm, right?
Yep.
How did I know that coming? Okay, so that's Nargon done. And last but not least, Bella Luna.
Pull my bow and shoot.
Yep.
At the one that's still on the wall.
Yes, ma'am. 17 hit.
17.
Oh, Cragamus, you
Nice.
hit. Fates of Fortune have changed. Just rub the rat up against you a couple more times, get some of that good luck fur going. 1.
One.
Never mind. Bad rat. Terrible rat. Horrible, unlucky
You
rat.
need rocks. You need some rocks.
Stick a rock on the end of your bow arrow and it'll do
It'll do more damage.
you go. That's terrible. But we tease. So, but you do hit him. Grazing shot.
Yes.
Well, I'm being fired at by javelins and stuff, so he's a little cautious. So, I was... Round 2, shall we say. The guy on the ground twitches a bit, but Nargrim is just sawing away, so we're going to skip him. The next guy, with a bit of a, shall we say, scratch in the arm, reaches in a pocket as an action, pulls out a dart, and launches it at the person that shot me. So I'm going to shoot the girl with the bow. The other guy that's opening holes and giving us, like, sniping, is on our side, obviously. 17 for a near miss of Bella Luna. Ooh, cool. What's your AC? Was it close?
18.
Because you know what I'm going to give him? +1 for higher ground. Sorry.
That's fine.
I've done this in the game for players time and again. It's like, you know what? D4 -1 is 1 point. Oh, we're trading. We're just like, yeah. 1 for 1. Bella Luna takes a ding.
Ow.
Yeah, no kidding. And as far as others inside, who they were talking to, you are not sure. Just double checking. Ooh, I can prep something. Yep, prep. Be noted. Getting ready. Kraga! How many javelins you got, buddy? I got...
I got 14.
Really?
Oh, is that too many?
That's like 6, man.
It's a bit
It's
bulky.
just like a golf bag. Yeah.
Well,
He could probably
Kraga's a
do
big
it. I
guy.
know. It's like that didn't like. Yeah, I was gonna say. So 14. That would actually be like 1.4 bulk. I guess it's doable. I just realized he's just got like the big freaking spiky bushel on his back, right? He looks like one of those wheat farmers. Okay.
Well,
No.
there's different. I got a couple in like different spots too. That couldn't fit in the bundle.
These are javelins, like track and field javelins, right?
Yeah, maybe not.
So, like, no, it'd be awesome. He's tall enough that actually he can like wear them on his shank of his leg and everything, and they don't impede. It's like
Yeah.
this like ribbed armor. He just wears them, and his armor class goes down as he starts pulling them out of his.
Every time you get 3 off, it drops by a point.
Yeah, I was saying. Yeah. So anyway, sorry. Now, if they
so
are
yeah.
sorry, just to touch on something on the rules, a single point of bulk, most characters can carry like 5 to 12, right? If those are 0.1, only 10 of them is a single point of bulk. So yeah, as funny as this may look, and we're teasing you, he can totally do this. So go right ahead. You have 13 left, right? So 14 left. Go.
That's
I'm afraid. I'm very afraid.
So Craig starts
Can you
clenching
put
his
3 in your
fist.
hand, throw 3 at once?
He missed that first throw, and he just goes into instant rage again. Takes up an action.
Instant rage. I forgot we're in battle. I need to go to the battle board. With awesome battle music. There we go. Got to show off my new overlay. Haha. Okay.
I thought there was a toggle. Oh yeah, I can turn rage on here.
Turn on the rage.
Yeah, so rage and draconic rage is on, and I'm going to start climbing the rope. No, I'm gonna throw a javelin. I'm gonna throw another javelin.
Go.
Hopefully he hits this time.
Yeah, go.
Take this, you blue piece of crap.
Been hanging out with humans too long. Doesn't sound like a very orcish. He's off his game, right? Long day at work. Long day in the orc fields. What'd you get?
13. I
That is a miss.
just whisked past his ear.
Now,
Whistling past him.
You got an action left. You can move or pull out your next javelin, so that gives you, more actions next turn, kind of thing.
Yeah, I'll pull out the javelin.
Might also suggest you possibly back off the wall, because I'm not going to be dangling myself out here. You know what I mean? Like, because he's leaning out, throwing at.
I just assumed I was already back.
No,
I'm just kidding.
you are where your
You're
mini
right,
is.
You're right.
Okay. So we'll say that whether that move was earlier or now, that brings you up to 3, and that's par. So that's you. Mr. Oracle, you are up. Nargrim, you're on deck. Oracle, what do you want to do?
I'm on deck, or I'm up now?
No, you're up now.
I hit him with Divine Lance.
Oh, wow. What's that?
I literally pull upon, because I'm not a particularly good aligned creature. I literally shoot a beam of energy, but unlike the cleric spell, for me it's somatic. I can just cast it, because oracles handle their power differently. Like, any spell I have in my list, I can cast without any foreknowledge or forewarning. Just bam. There's no preparation for me.
But the cantrips, you can't, you don't have access to 10.
Well, that's a spell. My cantrips are something else. This is a level 1 spell.
Oh, okay.
So I'm hitting him with the spell Divine Lance.
Cool. What's it do?
So a crackling blue-green energy shoots out of my hand. Have you got him targeted for me?
Yes, sir.
No. Why did it not hit him?
And it fizzles.
There we go.
It says Divine Lance,
It's
Divine
not-
Lance, but you're going to have to tell
Why
us.
is it not okay, I'm going to have to tell you what it does then.
It's fine.
GM?
It's fine. Here we
go.
Attack roll on your part or reflex on mine? What we look?
Yes, I have to do the attack roll on mine. I'm not sure why it's not linking up here in there. So
Okay.
I go like this. A 9 plus my magic.
Have you been pulling the spells out of the actual Fantasy Grounds list and drop?
Yeah, got them right here in my list. It's just something's wonky with mine. That's off-air thing to deal with.
Okay.
But I have all the spells open in front of me.
Okay, so 9 plus.
Mine is the charisma modifier. So that'll be 12.
Like plus 12
on
on top
range,
of the.
range spell attack.
There's no way first level character has a plus 12 to hit with anything.
No, it's a 12 total.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
I was gonna say I wouldn't.
No.
It
Okay.
was a
So
12.
that's a miss. Sorry.
Okay.
Any side effects? No.
It's crackling by his head as
Yep.
we discussed the rule of it.
Woo. Whoosh. Nicely done. Anyway, casting that spell is a couple of actions.
That's it for me.
That's 2. You got 1 left.
No, I had to load my sling.
Oh, right.
It's an action for loading my sling originally.
Right. Sorry. You're right. Thank you for your honesty.
Can I have another attack? 'Cause you messed
No.
up?
We're trying to rules is
Nice
right.
try.
Yeah.
I know.
DM's learning too. It's none of like, oh, you should know better, GM. No, I don't have Joe
But
to
it looks
lean
pretty
on.
cool. I shoot a rock from one
It
hand.
does.
I shoot a magical bolt from the other.
Yeah.
And everybody should be wondering, I thought he was an oracle.
Stick to the rock.
I never stopped talking, by the way. I was like, get him. Like the entire time.
Just prattling on.
Yep.
May have to reduce everyone's perception by a couple of points if you're like within, if you're adjacent, if you don't go.
Yeah, if I'm within earshot, you'll tell me to shut up.
No, I'm assuming you're muttering. You're not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like you don't know if he's
unless something brilliant comes to mind, and then I'll grab the person like I did with Bella in the shop, and then with. Wow, yeah, okay, get it. Now walk away
if you
again.
constantly mutter, it kind of cleverly covers up your spellcasting. Right? So.
Jeff, I
That's
just
right.
noticed though when I put on rage, it doesn't add the 4 extra hit points, temporary hit points I get.
Oh, okay. Because you're.
So I get hit points equal to my level plus my Constitution modifier.
Okay, so maybe I can have raging in here. Just let me check my conditions to like give you raging. I do not have raging in my conditions, so
Yeah, because like I can select it on when I'm in combat tab on my character sheet. It's in character effects.
okay. So you have an extra 4, right? So in a temporary, I'll give you 4. They'll show up as blue on your guy.
Oh, there we go.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah. So Oracle, Song and Dance, and Nargrin. You're up, sir.
Finish off the coup d'etat
Yeah.
on that one guy.
Coup de grace.
Coup de grace.
Two actions.
Coup de grace, sorry.
2 actions. You have 1 left.
All right, so the other guy's still way up on the parapet.
Did you want this arm?
I'm going to take the arm, put it in my bag, of course.
Okay,
That is beautiful.
That is.
I watch him grab the arm, cut it underneath, rip it away. The spray of blood goes everywhere as the coup de grace finishes.
Yeah.
Like you're just covered in gore now. I love
Dude, he just cuts an artery and lets him bleed out. He didn't
it.
technically
Yeah, that's what I mean.
finish
You
him.
grab him by the arm and just to me that's a coup de grace. He's not getting
He
up.
will not get up. I'm just saying that's like a slow. That's nasty. Anyway, stowing an item, unfortunately, is an action. You're done, Nargrim. Bella Luna.
Sounds good.
Bella Luna.
Shoot.
Shoot him.
I know what it is. He's got your icon facing the wrong way. That's why
20.
you can't hit.
Ha ha ha.
20 to hit.
Yes. Huzzah. Chip, chip, chip away.
6.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Nice.
And I'll try shooting him again.
Take some right in the rib. Okay, and use your second with the penalty.
Yeah.
15.
15.
Hit, yeah. Goes for the
7.
Goes for the double shot. 1 arrow under the rib, 2 right beside it, and he holds both like they're like those prop crutches under the bottom ribs, and he teeters over the edge. No, he falls backwards, staggering backwards.
Yay.
Okay, I want to keep my arms. No, he just falls back. One fell forward, this one falls back. He falls backward, and I won't say all goes quiet, but foes for the moment stop peering over the edge. What do we do?
You still want to climb up there?
Hey, Lucy, do you want to go take a look for us? Can you go see what's up there?
What's Lucy's athletics? Can Lucy scale a stone wall?
Well, there's the rope still hanging there. I don't know.
Oh, you know what? He climbs a tree. There's a tree right there.
There we go.
I will climb the tree.
Perfect.
And that's like, so there is right outside this wall of this castle gate, like the 15 feet back is like the trunk, but the leaves spread within 5 feet. So yeah, Lucy scrambles up the tree, and from his angle, looking sort of sideways in, he can only see part of the room. So he tells you.
I can't see through Lucy though, so I don't know how the communication works. It's kind of weird.
That's legs. That's a lot of legs. It's going away. Don't worry. He didn't see what it was, but he saw something with lots of legs, kind of like, and then just kind of move away from his view. Okay, I'm coming down. Forget that. I don't want any of that.
Okay.
I don't want to see me. I saw it.
I can't really speak to Lucy. Like, they don't talk to me that way, but
What?
I can look at her. What'd you see?
What? I thought we had something, man. You mean the DM's is crazy?
Oh, so okay, This is out of context. So I can actually understand what you're saying to me as Lucy. I wasn't too sure if we had accompanied that or not.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotcha. So she's just chittering away, and they can only hear meows, but I can hear what she's saying.
Oh yeah,
Gotcha.
like
I wasn't sure how we had.
the cat
set
goes
that
up the
yet.
tree and meows like it's stuck up there, and then you tell,
Yeah.
and then it just comes down and just sits, like
Yeah.
hides behind the tree. Going, I don't want any of that.
All right, so I turn to the guys and say, "There's something up there with lots of legs."
Yes.
Lucy was afraid of it.
Yeah, I can't.
I don't know what it is.
When we camp, Rat or bird, all mine. Don't go to sleep. Like, don't
Leave it to me.
like,
Don't tell them.
Like, don't go to sleep.
Just slowly cuddle up to them when they're sleeping.
Yeah,
Just
right.
be their friend.
What's a cat?
Just cuddle when sleeping.
It's a huge dude. What's a cat gonna do, right? It's gonna take like one swipe or one bite, and you're gonna wake up, whether it's cat or bird or whatever, and then there'll be trouble. So, but he's got big.
Then there will be a problem.
But the cat's got dreams. What can I say, right? So anyway, I'm just taking note of what I can do with what's left in there, but nothing comes to the window. Not yet. Kraga, what do you want to do?
You're muted. There you go.
Well, I can't see any enemies, so I go out of rage.
Okay.
Just run through the wall or just right up the wall. You're a big guy. Somebody can boost.
From the description that the cat gave, Kraga has begun to get second thoughts about climbing over this wall. If we want to take on whatever that was that our little cat friend here got a peek at, we'll have a much better chance at going at it on equal ground instead of one by one trying to climb over.
What time of day is it?
I'm assuming it's either, well, if you guys went that day, we'll just say it's, jeez, you guys, what, did you guys like come back and immediately start healing? Or did you guys come back and crash? Like, did you guys stay overnight to reset spells and stuff?
I think we spent one night there after we did the healing.
You should, because you need to reset all your spells, right? So,
yeah.
So yeah, it's basically, so in the morning we did all that meeting and everything. You guys trudge out here. So I would say it's anywhere between 10 in the morning and 12 o'clock tops.
Well, I kind of think nothing bad comes out during the day, and I go up the rope.
Okay. Athletics?
Yep. Hold on.
There's bad things up there.
Let Valentine do what Valentine's
can I use
gonna
acrobatics? Because I'm making a spring leap for it from where I am.
Lucy's licking her lips, hoping that it's not too dangerous, but it's still dinner.
Acrobatics to climb? Climbing it?
Because I'm making a leap from where I am just to grab the rope. Then I'll climb from there.
Sure. So you don't have to do 2 rolls, as it were?
That's right.
Okay.
Oh, I get the rope, no problem.
Okay.
That'll give me 5 feet on the rope.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
like 5.
And I climb
get
from
you-
there.
You hit the wall sideways and spring on and jump up to it, and it swings, and then you just start.
What's the climbing difficulty?
Give me athletics, and I'll tell you what happens in the story. 4.
Oh, I slipped back down to the ground.
Oh,
It
no.
looked cool for a second.
Oh no, no, that's because you can brace 2 feet on a wall with a rope. It's not very high at all. It's like 5 or 10 tops. So, but I always get the old rules mixed up, so I'm hesitant to say exposing. You see?
No,
All right.
I slipped.
Yeah.
It's like it looked great until I realized my hands were
Oh no,
slippery.
you didn't blow it by 5, so you're actually just kind of stuck there.
Oh, then I'll just make another roll and get over the top.
Yep, because you got a third action. Go ahead.
Yep.
I'm gonna.
Now you critically.
Oh God!
Now he comes down. Wah!
The dice have turned on me. That's terrible.
Blah.
It's a cool maneuver. Catch myself, then fall to the ground. Flat on my back.
What was your reflex? 24? Oh, because I could say if your reflex was only like 15, I could say that you hedged to the bottom, but with that, I actually got you good 10 feet up the wall. So
I completely blew it.
yeah. Now there's got to be.
It's like I let go.
There's got to be something in acrobatics about breaking a fall.
There is. I got to make a roll so I don't hurt myself.
Yeah,
Can I try to catch him? I'm right.
you're 15 feet back.
That 14
there.
should break my fall. Like it's just
Narg
as deep
can
as
try
the
to
climb would have
catch
been.
Narg's hoping he hits the ground.
A 10 foot.
Another arm for your collection, or
10 to 15. You know, 8 and out of this is like 15, 20, not just 10. Like
Yeah.
some.
Well, he's gonna try and catch me, so
He goes diving in. Okay, I'll tell you what, because you're so close. If our orc can beat your 14 with a reflex of higher, he does the slide under.
That's fair.
Scoop. Does the big safe 19. There you go. He just jumps in there. Safe.
definitely a visually pleasing effect.
Oh,
I let go and he just catches me. Okay,
Yeah.
works for me.
But I will.
I got you, Val.
But there goes.
Hey, man.
There goes your. I will make you take half damage because you basically
Oh, yeah.
No, not you. Him. He lands on you.
Oh,
I made sure to like move so that none of my javelins poked into him when I caught him.
Splitting the so it's kind of like splitting the damage, right? Because like I said, that would
have been fun. I got you.
Think of it this way for a dice mechanic. Think of it this way, right? Like you would have had 10. He steps in to bump your roll, and you split it 3 and 3.
Cool,
right? So 3 wounds for the mighty Kraga, 3 wounds for the Antsy Oracle, and I've taken us out of rounds because you guys are just kind of like not getting anywhere. Just
actually, before you try that again, I'm gonna grab this rope, take it off.
Okay.
Thank you, Craig.
Dangerous rope.
Yeah, that's
pretty sure
the rope of death. It's a very slippery wall.
Rope is fun,
guys.
Yeah,
it's always a rope.
No problem.
I will say that this damp swamp and the erosion on the walls, like your footholds, like your little claws and everything. Do you have a climbing speed, rat guy?
No. I just look like a rat. I have no actual really
no,
cool
I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a feat you could take that gives you a climbing speed.
There is, but I haven't touched on that yet.
Okay.
We went the other way.
Yeah, okay.
I'm more magical.
That's what, and then you were the first to volunteer for the the front line, and look what happens, right? Feat for another time. He's learning.
You can't stand still. Like, if everybody stands here talking, I will go do something. That's the way they are. Like, if you guys can't figure it out, I just go, fine, I'll go do it. Off I go.
Nice.
It's
a DM's wet dream. He's going to set off everything in here.
Well, no, within reason. Like, it's obviously dangerous, but I don't see anything dangerous.
No, I know.
We scared it off. We've got a goblin and an orc.
Yeah.
Like, come on, what am I afraid of?
Yeah, I gotcha.
We are a monstrous party. Like, we are the monsters.
That's true. So, possibly another point of exit, or you guys just want to give up on this line of thinking here?
Is there a gap in the wall over top of the water there?
Yes, but it's pretty much the same thing. It's you're 10 feet up and 5 feet out over the water because of the solid wall that's over the land. So instead of going straight up 10 feet because the broken wall are 15 feet, you're kind of like trying to spin 10 feet up, but it's 5 feet out right over the water. But technically, it would only be 1 athletics check to get up there. Like if you shoot from here, let's pan out here. Stopping the battle. Panning out. Whoop. Actually, you know what? Since you guys have such a hard-on for that, I'm just going to leave the battle up because you know something's coming. So you guys see this? Where he's gone?
See which? Over here in the corner by the...
I'll follow him.
The orc's wandering.
Right,
so he's asking me about this floor that's exposed. And it's like a bridge. It's like a gap in the wall. So it's like it's an overhang that goes right over the water at the second floor level. Like it's up there. So like I was saying, the shot just as easy, but only at 1 athletics check to mount from here because you're not going up to the top. You're just getting up to the floor, right? But you're dangling over the water. Hey, the water will break your fall. You won't take damage. Chomp, chomp, chomp. You'll be fine.
Not a big fan of getting wet, though.
I mean, it is only like 5 feet across.
Here, yeah.
Well, how tall are you?
I'm like almost 8 foot tall, I think, aren't I?
So what's your arm reach?
Yeah, really, what is my arm reach?
I don't know.
It would be...
While these guys are there discussing,
I'm still technically
tall,
medium size.
If a tall soldier could come to a corner, a blind corner, and gain this easy access with reaching up, the architect would be killed. They would kill.
Yeah.
So it's, like I said...
I don't know what happened to the architect.
Rope and grapple, is what you need.
I was thinking more he could boost somebody up. He could lift somebody up to the ledge.
He could probably throw. Like I said, if you want to get like right in here.
No, I didn't say throw. I said lift. I may be anxious, but I'm not stupid.
Oh, I'm just correcting you with the GM physics, buddy. So it's like you get right under. If you actually step under, like on that shore, right? Give me an acrobatics check so you don't slide off the bank while lifting weight over your head. Up he goes. Otherwise, back here, you're just boosting straight up. It's like, see how the bank is? Like, they've taken this kind of into account. However,
yeah, that would be really hard.
Not a bad idea, Matt, to explore this, and Rob, not a bad idea to try to to make the physics easier on the player. Just because, as a DM, I go, this is what you need. I'm going off of your last idea. I'm not going to give you a brand new idea like Rob did as a play. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
You know, I'm not to poo-poo
Well,
Rob's
yeah.
idea. I'm just saying, you know, like, well, I just because I kind of shot down his idea doesn't mean that you shouldn't keep them coming, guys.
Yeah, like that's gonna stop me.
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna just try to throw the rope up there.
Okay.
Imagine I could like throw it like right straight above me to the wall here, and then like kind of pull it along until it comes around the corner, kind of thing.
That's
in the
that's less for jiggering than just kind of trying to shoot it to the you know.
Craiga.
Well, as he
Craiga.
throws, if he's gonna throw the rope, I can. Hey, Craiga.
Yeah.
If you just want to throw the rope up
first.
there, I can cast a magic hand and tie it around with the hand if you want. And just use mage hand to kind of affix it to a spot so it sticks.
Orc does.
It's a wonderful idea. It's a wonderful idea, but you do realize they know we're coming. Approaching, we're what 25 feet from where we were.
Lucia did see a bad guy up there. Something
That's
like
Yeah,
that.
but they think we're
Should we-
over there.
That's only 20 feet away.
Yeah.
They could hear us talking, really. Like, we haven't been actually, not one of us is in stealth or quiet. We're like, hey, you do this splash crunch. Let's go do this.
You notice,
Like, we have not been quiet
I guess Rob's noticed the arrow slits that I've been revealing, like right above Craiga is an arrow slit.
like,
They're just sitting
I'm
there
looking
like,
up and I'm like, wait a second.
there's an arrow slit there. It's like we can
You know
hear
what?
you.
We should back.
Actually, you
away.
guys are. I'm surprised, or you should be surprised that said arrow slit right above that position is exactly to deter what you guys are trying to do. An archer could go in that arrow slit and shoot right down on your head while you guys are trying to get access to the bridge. What?
Well, that's what it was.
Well, I mean-
As soon as you unlocked it, I was like, wait a second. No, that's an arrow slit. I know these maps.
But no one has appeared yet.
Didn't
I
it go in a front door?
Let's just
Okay.
go back to the
I
main.
hustle my bat up to the wall so I can't be seen from above and take the wall back out of the way.
Well, I'm just gonna jump. Can I jump over the water?
Yeah. Take
To the other bank.
a running jump from the corner there,
Yeah.
and just kind of like 1, 2, 3 and a hard left. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give me athletics. As long as you get that 10-foot lead in, which it looks like you kind of do. Because you're going 5, and then your 10 will put you under the bridge, and the
Nice.
hard,
Yeah, there we
the
go.
hard.
19 plus 7, 26.
Oh, dude, yeah, he goes flying across and actually clears the edge of the bank, and
I land in like a hero pose from
and
Avengers.
Craiga with a 26
Proper cat.
splits the party.
I hold up a 9.
Hold up, yeah, cat's like 9.5.
Hold up a 9.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run over to where the broken bridge is and set up the rope again, so everybody else can go back to like the main area, and then come across and. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
No?
Yeah.
I like that plan.
Yep, works for me.
All right, I'll see you guys over there in a sec.
Oh, somebody swam. Hey, that was unfair. I took the long way. You walked through the wall too. Stay in character. You're not a ghost.
Who's on point?
Somebody else.
You guys,
I'll
you
stand
guys have
fine.
defeated.
I'll watch.
You guys have.
I'll stand
You guys have defeated this trap, and with Craiga's aid on the other side, I don't think it would be. You know, we're talking 5s and 10s to get across. So flipping the page, as it were, right?
Didn't that bridge fall on us?
It did.
a while
I don't know.
ago?
What do you do in the
don't
water,
have a bridge
Sam?
anymore.
Get in the water. Sharks in the water. I'm still getting audio through someone's speakers.
Wanted to go for a swim.
Uh-huh.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right. So take it.
Does it make a difference when I mute?
I don't know. I'm just catching my own voice. Let's not tell the whole world about it too much.
So we're all in the entrance now?
Yeah.
All right.
Why not? That wasn't too painful.
I don't know.
Hey, rat guy.
I
rat guy.
Yo,
I got.
This is the room where the
Guys,
flies
keep
fought
it
the
down.
monkey.
Keep it
And I
down,
show him
keep
the
it
room where the
down.
flies
really?
were.
Flies? A monkey
Yeah, they were
friend?
big
More.
flies, and they attacked our monkey friend.
You had a monkey friend and a dwarf?
He was a monkey, I think.
He means the
He
dwarf.
He means where monkey?
So
He
is he
acted
really
like
a
a monkey.
goblin? Or is he a shape changer like you said?
He's a where monkey.
He acted like a monkey a lot. I don't
It
know.
was,
Oh,
it was
so
pretty
you're not really
crazy.
a
I don't really
shape-changer.
want to talk about it. It takes me to a bad place.
Okay. Which is terrifying because he claimed to be a shapeshifter when I asked where the dwarf was.
Oh,
He's my best friend.
stay inside the squares.
Or is it your alter personality? I'll just keep wandering around, talking to myself quietly.
Okay.
Not my fault.
I'm just gonna
The
follow behind him,
fantasy grounds doesn't
listening to
auto
him.
Put me in a
I
square.
know it's good. Okay, so
It's pretty nonsensical. I comment on just what everything I see. Like if I see you following, oh, look on. Like if I see you following, come on. I walk back to talk to you and ask you more questions about your monkey friend. Like I literally won't stop unless you tell me to.
I'm telling you to.
Okay.
Because you're confusing the hell out of them. Okay, can you hear that? Hello. I don't know.
Hmm?
Someone's on speakers and you can hear myself. Hello. No,
Not me.
I don't know. Troy, open up your mic. Hello. All right, never mind. Anyway, back into the fold, guys. There's some rooms in the back on the left. There's a main room on your right you haven't explored, up a pile of debris. Stairway that had caved. There's room at the very back. Like, pretty much the fog of war is everywhere. Well, we know where some bad guys are, and obviously some fog of war connecting to how to get to them, if you so desire. Or
Now that we're on level ground, guys, I'm pretty excited to see what those spider legs are. Do you want to go check out the east wing?
Which was this?
It's to our to the right side of the bridge. If you're looking,
Your right or my right?
East.
if you're
Whose right are we talking about?
East of our position.
Valentine, shut up. It's over here to the right.
that's the thing. We just
My
got
left.
Valentine to be quiet. Now Troy's digging into you.
I'm gonna pull out two of my Fey arms and I'll do like the scarecrow on Wizard of Oz. Is it over this way? Or over this way? And I just start pointing them in different
I'm gonna
directions.
start walking in the direction I want him to go.
All right.
Elaluni's way ahead of you.
He's my best friend.
She just laughed because of other reasons. Moving on. God, let this night move on. All right.
Bella Luna, wish it was just you, me, and Cogno again. Those were the good times.
Those were the good times.
Well, that makes me sad.
I know, eh?
They don't hear that.
Pipes up from
They're
behind you.
they're not over here at this side of the room yet.
I'm
I
right
like
here.
all of our companions.
Yeah.
Just a little quieter would be nice.
Yeah, he just pops up like a daisy. Comes out of your pack, actually. It's like he just rode you here. Can you imagine that? The rat's hanging on to the rebars, which are the javelins, and he's swinging them around, and there's Kraga going, do you remember the good old days when we didn't have... Oh, he's right behind me, isn't he? So, I'm assuming you guys are skipping the first door and going around to the north. So, in the giant room where many fights happened, the giant L-shaped room inside the castle here, hooking a right and going to the west, and trying to come straight down. Now you guys are headed south towards this door. Who wants a piece of this door?
I do.
Of course, you're a door
I
opener.
got first.
Using a dwarven can opener.
All right. I'm gonna
No listening this time. I'm just gonna open it.
Okay. First, I'm gonna describe the door, and then I'm gonna reveal.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Almost the entire ceiling of this room has collapsed.
That's not the door.
Hmm?
You said you were gonna describe the door. What kind of door is it? Is it like a wood door? Is it a metal door?
You go up to it, you get within like a foot of it, and you hear a creak in the floor, and the whole door just falls backwards, revealing a room.
Oh. That's cool.
Yeah, that's the DM fudging my description, so I have to admit I fucked up.
Sam, hold yourself together.
As I was saying, this night has just been lost. Episode 12, the Bupkis episode. Almost the entire ceiling of this room has collapsed, while below, the floor has crumbled down into a 10-foot deep sinkhole filled with rubble, mud, and glistening patches of fungus, evidence of ancient damage burn scars, and acid scorch marks decorate the walls as much as the rubble does. What do we do?
I'll make a perception check. Just like as the door fell, I'm like, whoa, and I glanced in. See if there's any threats. No immediate threat.
Yeah.
Oh, there is.
Jeff, can you move me up? I've lost control of my character.
Sure. That's a given. If you guys are talking like you're somewhere else, I'll just drag you along. So
Okay.
peeking
So
in,
these
peeking in, right? Even with a simple DC of like 5 or 9 or whatever, they're toiling away. So like you're above them. See the lip here? Like if you step into the room past the door, there's a lip, right? So what looks like a big brown mud puddle is actually a hole in a floor. So the floor is gray, the hole is brown. Then there's a pile of brown rocks and mud, and down in the bottom we have little dudes searching and toiling away.
I just like hold up my hand. 4 guys in the pit.
You guys,
4 enemies, like the guys we saw on the wall earlier.
on the right, as you would have guessed, there's a door, and straight across, as you hoped, are double doors. And I will increase this map. Anyway, the door falls in, like I said, thud, right? These guys are all working, and then they just kind of look around like, what was that?
I go into rage and sudden charge.
Bringing us back to the battle.
But I probably don't have.
Do you have any rage left?
Initiative.
Oh, hang on.
I was gonna say
Your last perception roll of 9
was 9.
Yeah. So this is what you want to do, and we'll quickly discuss what actually happens. Default for initiative in this game is perceptive, because if you're out of the action, you're kind of left guarding and looking around. So perception all around, guys. If you please.
24 with a natural 20.
Nice.
I know she's hurting over wasting that roll. No. Well, I
21.
guess you get to go first. That's not so bad.
Oh, Narg, as if you got worse than me.
Yeah. What'd you get, Narg? What'd you get, Narg?
He's not feeling the
You
initiative.
got an 8.
All right,
I don't-
8.
8.
8.
Okay. Well, there you go, Craig.
Like I said, I finished up with the 21.
Craig, you beat somebody. Yay.
Yeah, the door fell, and then I'm just standing there.
A brand new night, a brand new room, a brand new combat. Bella Luna, you are up. Oracle, get ready. You're on deck.
As I said, could you move me closer to the door? I've lost control of the
I was
character.
gonna say, as soon as the door fell, Bella Luna must have just smelt those mischievous phase, because she just jumped on.
I'm assuming you guys aren't. I will give Rob the benefit of stacking on the wall because he's fidgety, but leaving you right where you are and all this shit goes down really quick. Bella Luna.
I'm going to move past Craiga off to the one side.
Okay.
And take a shot. My bow's still out.
Okay. There's just enough of a lip to have pretty good footing, but you know, you never know if the floor is going to give way. Be careful.
Yep.
Okay, so pick yourself a target. Who do you want? Closest guy? Furthest guy?
Yeah, number 3.
Okay. Shoot.
8.
And she's back.
Thanks.
Sorry. Just... Hey, at least there hasn't been any YouTube comments about the bow yet. Because...
Yet.
In either...
I finally killed somebody, so shush.
No, and actually you got some good shots on Age of Ashes too recently too, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, join us with Sam playing yet another elf with yet another bow. With another pony.
I like elves.
Actually, this is an elven duskwalker. That's a completely different race.
Yes, it is.
And you're a champion, not a ranger.
Yes.
And there's no wolf at your side.
No.
But you still might want to rethink that bow, because I'm just saying. So, Bella Luna, with a miss. You've moved, you've shot. Did you want to risk the third shot or second shot with the penalty? And most importantly,
No.
are you guys ticking off those rocks, those javelins, and those arrows from your inventory? Do you want to move
Yes, I've been knocking it off.
Do you want to move again? No one ever thought 3 economy action totally subsedes the old rules. We have to have like 10 feats where you could like move, shoot, move again. You can move, take a shot, and move again.
And move
for free.
again.
Yeah, in this economy action. So it's awesome.
Oh, there, I moved a little bit.
Taking a little bit up. Okay. And our Oracle. Posted on the wall. You can move through friendlies for free, Rob. What do you want to do?
I will move to the opposite side of the doorway on that little green patch of moss there.
Yep. So
It'll be 1, 2, and then I can take 1 shot when I get in.
right. So quickly for the audience, okay? Picture a room that, first of all, you would picture is quite large and square, but your entire bottom right or southern eastern corner is missing because it's actually a wall that juts straight across with double doors on it. So it's kind of a sandwiched room. all around the edge, 5 feet up to 10 feet, depending where they are on the edge, not even that some places, is this what's left of the floor. And they're all like, they're like sitting ducks in a barrel down here. Like, this is, you know, talking about gift raft combat. Jeez. Pretty sure they even have a picture of this in the notes. Sorry, so sliding in, you go 5, 10, 15, 20, Mr. Oracle, and you wish to do what?
I have enough actions to take one shot.
Okay.
I'm going to target the one that is furthest south.
The back here, number 4?
Yep.
Okay.
And let me just click over there and hit him with a rock. Second here.
Sling bullet? Oh, this poor man's sling bullet. It actually is a rock.
That's right. It is a rock.
Oh, okay. One day we'll afford sling bullets. Give up your gambling habit.
16.
Nicely done. Hit.
Bam! For 4 points of damage.
I see 3.
Oh, -1. My apologies.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were about to chime in with some awesome extra effects.
Nope. Small size.
Okay.
Small size. -1.
Now, I forgot. Let's go back to Sam here for a minute. You missed with an 8, and you missed with... That was it. Okay, guys. In the bottom left of Fantasy Grounds, you'll see it says... You see your actual 3D dice. Right?
Yeah.
See the modifier? I want you to give yourselves +1 for higher ground. I took it from you, and now you have it against them. Not that it would affect the rolls so far, but just before I forget.
Sweet.
Okay. Bad guys far away. And that brings us to...
Sorry, where was the plus again?
Bottom left of your actual Fantasy Grounds. It says 0 modifier, tiny little dot, right? Manually stick a +1 in there before you roll your dice on your character.
There we go.
When you do attacks, because you guys will have higher ground. So, Kraga. The door falls in front of you, and the elf and rat just sweep past you into the room and just start lighting them up before you can even... You know, maybe that's what makes you mad. They just shove you.
I was gonna say that's like I see them get in there first, and I just can't hold it back. I'm like, "Ah!" And you know what happens next, and like I charge down there like a train.
Do I give you 4
my-
phantom fit points again?
With my my tusks just
Okay.
protruded straight ahead of me.
So you're gonna drop down and charge them.
Yeah, like
Cool.
I might even use my hands and like run on all fours
So
and like use my tusks to
jumping down.
impale.
So imagine this. He comes forward. There's 5 foot of floor, right? Now, even though there's a hole, there's a mound in the center of this hole leading up. So it's almost he's like jumping down onto a mound, depending where they are. So straight down, and then like, you know, you're suddenly like lower than the guy that's higher up on the mound, but because of that elevation, you won't go splat on the floor. So give me I'm gonna have to go with acrobatics because that's footing. It's not like the jumping part is easy, right?
Yeah.
Acrobatics, if you please. You go charging in there, jump down, and with a 9, you hit the gravel. It's loose, okay, but not bad enough roll. Like, wasn't a critical fail, something to make you lose footing, okay? You hit the ground and you lose traction. And you have to like dig in and scramble, and you lose some of your momentum, but he's right in front of you. And you attack by doing what?
Using those tusks.
Go for it. Ooh.
With a 20.
Very nice.
13 plus 7.
Yep.
Hit.
Damage.
5 plus 10, 15.
Okay. You impale him. You like how the rhino gets up under the guy, like in the gladiator bit?
Yeah.
Right? Anyway, you get your tusks into his chest, and you see him like bleat out air. Perhaps his last breath, you're not sure. And his eyes roll like right back in his head from either the pain or perhaps he's finished. But you're raged.
Delicious.
Shake him off. And that's you, sir, yes? Because I think charging is like 2 actions, or rage.
So rage took up 1, and then sudden charge took up 2.
And you're allowed to attack at the end of it.
Yeah, you're allowed to attack.
Okay, so that's you. Okay. Which brings us, before Nargrim can act, to the actual guys in here. So, starting...
Troy just lost power.
Okay. So, starting with the guy that... starting with the guy... I'm going to teach you guys some, like, Theater 101. It's like, I could end the episode before we get to Troy, but... They're seeing too much behind the curtain, Sam. Not just your fault. It's all of us tonight. Between me, Rob, and Spiegler. You know, we're all just winning. It's okay. We have nothing to hide. And, you know, you got to play this off as just fun.
We have nothing to hide.
It's
Why
fun.
do we all have green screens?
We have, yeah.
Hides a lot.
Hide your laundry. What's behind you on the bed? So,
You see my...
no. So,
Now I'm going to be paranoid.
I am going to come scrambling over, well, take a 5-foot stride, to my companion, and he pulls his short sword, and he comes scrambling over the pile to try to stab our orc. And I'm going to give him a little bit of acrobatics, because I really don't like the floor down here. 16, he is fine. He comes scrambling over, and he's going to attack the orc. And this is the first little dude. Stabbing you with his short sword. Hits you. So you jab this one and lift him off the ground and start flail him like a rag doll, and suddenly there's like a little guy come.
Because you exposed your belly when you threw him up in the air. You should know better.
Yeah, belly. Just in the flank. Guy's huge. I'll be lucky to get through those javelins to get.
Yeah, fair enough. We'll get him in the ass. Isn't going to help much either.
Oh, damn those javelins.
Oh, ow, ow, ow.
2 minus 1 for 1. Next one down. Fey number 2, the guy in the back, also has not taken a hit. Comes forward.
He will.
Comes forward and also takes a crack at Kraga. And because we have a plan. Yes, we do. Going at Kraga, 18 for a critical. But I have no name, so no crit card for you. But I will double.
I was going to call him Ted.
Double.
But-
Ted! My name is Ted! I'm relevant! And then he just stabs you with a crit.
I'll name everything if you remind me of that.
no.
I'll name everything that comes on the screen. I love crit cards.
Yeah, I know, but we have found them to be a little bit heavy-handed in the past, so we do have them for certain, you know, for that certain time and flavor. So, with double damage, a 4 and a 1, and -2 for strength and such, only 3 points more come your way. Even with a critical, oh, that's kind of anticlimactic, isn't it? Well,
I was going to say, why does it say damage 0 absorbed?
because you're raging, you must have damage reduction.
Yeah, it takes into account his rage, and he absorbs X amount of first points of damage.
Yeah.
Nice.
So when you're...
Oh, yeah, because my
Because he's
temporary
enraged,
points.
he wouldn't have felt that.
Yeah. That's why I said, like...
That's where the extra 4 points come in.
You look down, dude, and it's like, he's just kind of sticking out of you, and it's like, yeah.
Guy sticking out of your butt.
I'm just
the
like,
evil
can you
Smurf
draw a
poke you.
little happy face with that?
Yeah. Okay, so, next dude actually just kind of lulls his eyes and, you know, possibly makes a constitution check. Possibly not. Next, we have the last guy that took a snipe in the back. The guy at the back that got shot at from one of y'all. He is going to shoot back. And who actually hit me for 3 points? Was it the bow or was it the rock? Sam, did you shoot this guy for 3? No. It's rock guy.
I missed.
You missed. I'm going to return fire to the oracle that shot at me. It was you, wasn't it, Rob?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
That would me.
That was you. Eat dart. 27 hit. Oh, wow. The dice are on fire tonight. Not that they have very good damage.
Fucker.
He throws a dart at you, and you take 3 more points of damage.
Fucking dark. I'm going to kill him.
Rawr, rawr, rawr. And we will see you next time to find out how many arms Nargren will collect on Monster Interrupted.
And also, as I pluck the dart out, where this dart lands in that portal of guy who threw it into me.
There you go. Good night, everybody.
Get a javelin, and you get a javelin.
Warlock cast arcane gate because we need an escape. This magic weapon refused to turn the tide. It breathes by all of its saints. Who cares if we're a disgrace? In just one shove, our wizard rolled death and fell. Tell me why we brawl this thing. Too many limbs that sting. All of us played food for its spawn. Up our XP and then we'll bring new dice for the slaying. A pretty mix, blue, black, and gold. Rolling higher, love. Oh, tell me not to give up. Provoke me, haste me, faster dash. Returning, churning, savage attack. The character is so cozy, buckets of dice. You know me, I'm a